वेलकम सर, आपका स्वागत है मेरे चैनल पे। मैं चाहूंगा आप अपनी जर्नी के बारे में बताएं एसएसबी की। आपने अभी तक कितने अटेम्प्ट दिए, कहाँ से आपकी जर्नी शुरू हुई थी और आप आज जिस पोजीशन पे हैं वहाँ कैसे पहुंचे। साथ में आप मुझे ये भी बताएं कि आपने एसएसबी के फेलियर से क्या सीखा है और ऐसी कौन सी वो चीजें थी जिनकी वजह से एसएसबी की रिकमेंडेड लिस्ट में आप अपना नाम नहीं बना। तो क्या आपने खुद को इंट्रोस्पेक्ट किया और नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट मतलब फेलियर अटेम्प्ट्स के बाद भी आप एसएसबी में कैसे जाते रहे, किस चीज ने आपको मोटिवेट करके रखा, ये सारी बातें जानने में मैं इंटरेस्टेड हूँ आपसे। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
Thank you, Rohit, for inviting me. I'll tell you all your viewers that I'm Prashant. I hail from Kotdwar, district Bodhgadwal in Uttarakhand. Right now, I am working in Kelong, district Lahore Spiti, Himachal Pradesh. I'm working with an organization in Pragya, and I'm working with a project named as Disaster Management System Himalayas, which is working, which is ongoing by our organization in various states, other states also, Himalayan states. So I'll talk to you about my brief journey about my SSB. I have completed my all elementary education and all from Kotdwar town itself. After that, I did my mechanical engineering from College of Engineering, Roorkee, which is 7 kilometers from Roorkee in mechanical engineering. After that, I had a gap and I went for pursuing my master's in social work. And 2 years I spent this from Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Youth Development in Shri Perambur, Tamil Nadu. And after that, in March 21, I joined this organization here. So if I talk about my SSB journey, it started around 2015, my first attempt. So this was a entry through CDS, Combined Defense Service Examination. So I gave around 6 attempts for my CDS. So all of them I cleared, and I received my SSBs. So I gave my first SSB in Allahabad, then consecutively some in Allahabad. Once I went to Bhopal, once I went to Kapurthala also, which was new centers, selection center north. Then meanwhile, I gave my Air Force attempt also, FCAT. So for FCAT also I visited Varanasi, then once Gandhinagar and 2 times Dehradun also. So totally I gave my 13 attempts, starting from 2015 till 2018. So these were all the attempts were through written examination, likely CDS and FCAT. So if I talk about my results in SSB, so these were like out of 13, 7 attempts I made till conference and 6 attempts I was screened out. So mostly these screen out attempts were earlier attempts. So I was very new for such kind of you say facing such kind of instances. So before that ND and all I couldn't make it till SSB. Once only I gave it. I started very late preparation. So it ended like this. So if I talk about my, especially about conference attempts, so these if you are asking me about my introspection, what went wrong, and because I already have exhausted all of my attempts, so I'll tell you that all these attempts I learned little bit more and more. So I got to know, I got to understand that my psychology, the attempts, which the psychology section, which is evaluated on the basis of this SRT and then other story writing attempts like TATs, WATs. So these attempts and that self description. So in these things, I thought that I couldn't perform as I could, because I thought that my writing skills, which are very important to present a personality to a psychologist who never sees us from the day one until the end. So it is very important to means introduce you and tell you about your personality through these tests. So I thought that due to my lack in writing skills, I couldn't perform as good at these tests. and some of my interviews also were very good, and some were little not up to the mark which I expected. So these were some of the things which I introspected after all these attempts. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So you have made many written entries. So what is that one strategy that worked for you for the written entries only? Could you please explain?
You see, if I talk you specifically about me, I'm very having a learning attitude about my current awareness.
Okay.
So always my strong point was my GS or current awareness, which plays an important role in this examination, which has our English and mathematics and general awareness. So this was my scorer section, and the attempts like OT and all, at least you will get the OTA. If you couldn't, if you are not good in maths, then also you can make it. So also you can, I learned that by looking and by checking the previous year question papers, if you check around 10 question years previous year question paper, rather than a regular exercise of taking a book and analyzing and practicing it from chapter 1 and chapter 2 till chapter X. So it is good if in short time, if I wanted, I did like this, evaluating my performance in previous question paper, getting what I got to know wrong and right. After that, I corrected myself and generally reading through internet and newspaper, everything.
Okay, okay, thank you. So, sir, after 13 failed attempts, I would say, what is the one thing that helps you keep going for the SSBs one after another failure?
It's always a very motivating thing and always a very you say high aim for me to join armed forces. It has always been. As I already said that I have exhausted my last attempt, but if I had more attempts, I would still be giving. And I'm feeling that I will perform well now because there are certain things which I couldn't do that time. So if you say that why I tried and tried and tried, it can be like motivation to join forces and learning through through many other channels like about what vibrancy, diversity, honor, and learnings I could get if I joined forces. So that drove me to give such many attempts.
Okay, okay. During your introduction, you have said that you are from Podi Gadwal. So we Pahadis had this thing about army, a love for army. जाएगा
Yeah.
बेटा तो फौज में जाएगा. So this is the one thing I think that helps you keep going for several attempts. So, sir, tell me just how you performed in your IO and then your psych and in GTO, and what is the one thing in GTO you like or you didn't like about yourself? Because GTO is the one thing a group comes together and performs in a group form. So, what is that one thing which you think that I like being in a group or not like being in a group? So, please tell us about this.
If I tell you, first thing you asked me about the place I belong, the district Podi Gadwal. So you are well aware, and I'll tell you that district Podi Gadwal or even overall Uttarakhand is very much involved in armed forces from long back. We have given so many officers and ORs in armed forces which have done very exemplary performances in various levels. So I'll tell you that about my background also. My father, he served in army, and my younger brother, he's currently serving in army. So it is like the environment, you can say, has also been an enabler for me to join forces. Then the major part you asked me about my performance in IO, Psych, and GTO. In interviewing officers office, when we sit there, it's always being like a nervous moment for most of the people. It depends on how we control our emotions that time and could give justice to what we speak that time, because they generally speak very easy, they ask very easy questions, but only our nervousness makes the situation stressful, and we sometimes won't speak what we are likely to speak in a normal situation. So this has also been with me in interviewing section. I have done sometime like this, but mostly I have been very calm and with a very smiling face and very controlled way I have given my interview. So I thought that my interview is being quite above average. Psychology, as I mentioned before, it has been my weaker section, which is due to my writing skills and all, which I worked, and till consecutive attempts I improved it also. But still, I thought that it is not up to mark. That's why I'm not there, and I am here. After that, if I talk about GTO, GTO has always been very interesting for me. And in GTO, you'll say means you are in close contact with people, with your colleagues, with your group, with an officer, and it's very real case situations, problems which we need to solve. And in, I'll say, in subconscious level, we have some group dynamics, we have some small kind of political level, how we can influence others, how we can you say help ourselves to understand others. So it has been very good experience in GTO in various tasks like group planning or half group tasks or full group tasks. Means it is the performance of your physical fitness and also your mental alertness and how to deal with situations. So in that section, I felt that I well adjusted with the group, either in half or full group, and I did good in group planning also. In individual obstacles also, I did average.
Okay, so there's this myth, sir, that many candidates have it there in their mind that the officer there in the SSB center are sitting over there not just to recommend you, but just to reject you. And candidates sometimes feel that I'm good enough to join armed forces, but just because this officer didn't recommend me or he has something back of his mind, he didn't recommend me. So do you really think that SSB is being partial or is a very impartial process? Could you please elaborate? What do you feel?
Uh, yeah, I got you. Regarding this, I'll say that we cannot blame the system, which has been from so long been analyzing the various candidates and which have already joined the forces. And if you talk about the uh, performance and efficiency of such candidates who have joined the forces and have reached to various positions, I cannot say that they were incompetent or they have been partial. The selection boards have been partial to make such people. Always there is, we can say it is a competitive environment with yourself, not with the others. We cannot say that we are in competition with the candidates. Like if we are a group of 20 people, so they have a fixed ratio that they have to take this much, and you need to compete with such people. This is a myth. This is wrong. They analyze us individually on our various qualities. We know that OLQs, we call it officer like qualities. So they analyze us on such things, and our performance from how sincerely and how honestly we do our job in such tasks which are given to us. So if we say that there is kind of partiality or kind of like they don't want to recommend us, this is not the thing, because they don't have such kind of evaluation mechanism or such kind of benchmark that they have to take this much or not take this much. So I understand it like that.
Okay, okay. So you have given only written attempts, no? Am I right?
I got one attempt that was technical attempt, which I went to SSC technical entry, which I went to selection center North Kapurthala. Only one, because as I'm from mechanical stream, so mechanical stream the cutoff goes very high. So mostly I didn't get called through my technical entries while I have applied it.
Okay, okay. So what is the difference you find between technical entry and the written entry, or which entry is quite easily achievable? In which entry it is very easy to get screened in? Is it a technical entry or a written entry?
If you say generally, we'll say that the written entries you get more space and more time to and more you say environment in which you can show your skills better in better way, because you get more space. The more space I mean is the candidates coming through the written entries are obviously less than the technical entries. The batch size is bigger in the technical entries. So there might be cases that due to nervousness, due to pressure, you may not perform in such group size. So I feel that in written entries, same candidate going for a technical entry and non-technical entry, the non-technical entry, he gets better opportunity and he gets better visibility, and he can show his skills better way, mostly due to his nervousness, which is because of the group size.
Okay, okay. So what is the one thing you would like to say to the repeaters who has exhausted more than 5 attempts of quiz?
I'll only say that keep trying first thing, that never to give up, and always work on your weaknesses, and try to know your weaknesses from others as well, and also by introspecting the attempts which we have given or you have given in your previous attempts. Means try to write it, try to like recall all the things which you have gone through very sincerely and very honestly, because honestly and only give you the correct review of your performance, and then only you can focus on your weaknesses, then only you can work on the area which you need to perform well. So this is only thing for the repeaters, and I'll say that there is no such thing as I already said that that you cannot do or you can do, or there is kind of partiality. Only the thing is, moment you trigger is by your honesty, by your sincerity, and by your openness to your weaknesses and whatever your caliber is. That is one of the most important officer like quality.
There's one more thing between the candidates, that one need to join coaching just to clear the SSB. Is it necessary to join the coaching, or without coaching we can clear the SSB? Have you been around any candidate who has cleared SSB without any coaching?
Yes, I have met so many candidates who have been not in coaching environment, and it's not like that coaching will make you different. Coaching will just guide you, and I'll talk you like what generally happens in India in coaching thing. Uh, Mostly the size is big, and the candidate doesn't get good attention. I'm not saying that the organizers or the administration of the coaching is not equipped, not well, but the thing is like the size is very big, so they don't get enough focus, and also we cannot say that in 1 week or 2 weeks you can differentiate with your personality. It happens with time, it happens with your practice, and it happens with your perseverance, like how you take up things. And many candidates got help from coaching, and so many didn't get even after that going through this coaching. So I feel that there's just no mandatory case that any candidate who will go to coaching only he will make up to the final. And there are many such cases I have learned that they have not went to any such kind of coaching environment, but their honesty, their sincerity, their to the point talk and behavior has helped them a lot without coaching.
Okay, okay. So just give one last advice to candidates, either the repeater one or the fresher one. So how can they achieve their goals, or if they get failed in SSB, what is the next thing they can do?
See, it depends on an individual. He knows about his talent and caliber, what kind of capabilities he have. Like any individual can have any kind of qualities which he needs to know. He only knows better. Nobody can access it, or nobody can tell him that you are good in this, you are bad in that. He knows best about himself. He can have good qualities for joining any administration like defense services or any civil services, or even some can be a good entrepreneur also. So one needs to find like what is best for him. So regarding this, how to means what is my message for such candidates? First, they need to, if they have a very raw and very you say positive attitudes to join armed forces, not just because of its fancy thing which they like, but a very good will to serve the forces in with the capabilities and how we can add on to the nation with serving the services. So he should prepare well, depending on his qualification and the level he is applying for. He should prepare well. Never miss a chance to practice, and always practice hard and perform as natural as you can. Not to imitate anybody, not to imitate any thing which you have experienced in past. Always perform in a natural way. Always perform in a raw way. Then only you can exhibit your natural being, natural instinct, and natural qualities. And that is the thing which most as a service selection board like, and they want to see that thing. If you try to you say cover anything up, or you say lie thing, anything small or big lie, anything about, they get you very easily because they have undergone various candidates. So never to repeat, or never to in first attempt also never to do such kind of acts. And this is the most important and most elementary thing which will help. And always try till you can. And always also after making any kind number of attempts, always prepare for anything as a plan B also, which always will be very helpful for the all the candidates who are repeaters and even freshers as well.
Okay. So every bit of advice you have given is quite resourceful and quite useful for us. So thanks for being on the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Rohit.
Okay. Okay. Good luck for your future, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.